Jesus help me. Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. Hey. Ooh. Welcome, one and all. What do I usually say? Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Thank you for coming back to another episode. Another episode of Scatterbrain. See, my name is Travis. I'm sleepy. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna try to keep it together, but I am tired. Hope nobody was wearing headphones. All right. Okay, let's start off with some announcements. Let's go ahead and talk about the breaking news that happened last week that like 11 of y'all put down in the comments of the last video that it has now been revealed. There's something on my nose. I think it's a bump. And you ever had like a bump on your nose and like you can see it like in your peripherals? Like I see it, but I can't. Like it's like skin hanging off or something. And I can't get it off. I think I got it. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, the breaking news about Tremia. You know, a lot of y'all put it down in the comments. And a lot of y'all must not have read through the comments because a lot of y'all put it in the comments like, you know, like y'all were the first person to have told me, which is cool. But I did see it. I don't remember who the first person was who posted it, but I did see that Tremia, Mia has filed for divorce from Tristan. I think this is really interesting because either somebody was just bored and was looking up court records or Lifetime allowed this information to come out. Now, I feel like this is the first time in all the seasons that we've ever found out that a couple has filed for divorce or is getting a divorce before the reunion or 6 month later show, whatever that show is called, that episode is called. So, you know, rest in peace to Tremia. But unfortunately, Lifetime is gonna make us sit through all of their foolery for the rest of the season. I swear, every time the episode comes on and they say 2 more weeks to decision day, I'll be like, dang, like, we still got 2 more weeks. I mean, I know it's not like 2 more weeks, it's more like 4 for us. But I'm just like, come on, y'all, can we please get to decision day? Okay, let's get, the other announcement. So I looked up information about Honeymoon Island, and do y'all know that these fools got the nerve? Let me tell y'all the concept of Honeymoon Island. The concept of Honeymoon Island is that they got all these singles, just a cesspool of germs, just all together on this island, and you know they're gonna be swapping bodily fluids and stuff. And the object of the show is by the end of your time there, like the 6 weeks or 8 weeks, however long they're there, by the end of that time there, you either have to decide that you're gonna marry the person that you made a connection with or take your tail back home single the way you got there. Lifetime don't respect marriage. They don't respect marriage. Your married at first sight isn't even working. So you expect to throw all these single people together and think that somebody's gonna find a connection and just choose to marry somebody. I'm still gonna watch though. All right, so let's, I have Tremia down first. So we'll go through them since we already know they don't make it. So every couple met with Dr. Jessica and they viewed footage of how they communicated with each other. And, so I wrote down that the way she rests her head on his shoulder makes me uncomfortable. When Mia puts her head down on Tristan, I swear, y'all, I'm pretty sure because we see the next week he gonna kick her out, but there's something about Mia, man. I swear, Mia got secrets. She has secrets that we just don't know, and she always look like she's getting away with something. Like she puts her head on his shoulder, and it's always like he don't realize he in danger. Anyway, so Dr. Jessica replays the conversation where Tristan told her several times, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. Okay, yeah, he told her I'm done. And Mia didn't say anything. Mia was just kind of like, that's what Mia was doing the whole time. So he apologized because he felt like he was coming off, you know, real hard. And Dr. Jessica asked Mia, why you act like that? And Mia was like, I act like that because that's what my parents would do to me. You know, she was disciplined as a child, and that's why she is the way that she is today. The reason why Mia is out here stalking and scamming is because of the discipline that her parents gave her, or their lack thereof. Who knows? But she says that her father would give eye contact. His eye contact will be very strong, like. And her mother will raise her voice. And Tristan raising his voice reminds her of her mama. And it makes her shut down. And she don't feel like talking when you raise your voice at her. And what does Tristan do? He gets emotional. And he walks out and he just needs a minute. Bruh, get it together. Why are you so emotional? I mean, you know, I don't really like having conversations like that about the stuff in between people's legs and nothing like that, but I am inclined to believe Mia has, never mind, shut up, Travis. So, yeah, he gets emotional. She feels bad for telling him. They have dinner where they discuss Houston, and he finally says that he's in love, and she is his queen. That's what he said. All right, on to Babel. You know, speaking about Babel, Browse, that's what I'm going to call her for the rest of this review, and I call her that on Twitter. I'm going to call Danielle Browse, because ever since y'all been pointing out her eyebrows to me, that is all I look at when she's on the screen. I just look at those brows. If you look at my thumbnail, that's me with brows. And it made me think of this girl I used to date. She cut off her eyebrows. She shaved them off on, and this was intentional. This wasn't an accident. She would shave off her eyebrows, and she would redraw on new eyebrows. And it was funny because when we first started dating, like the first time we kissed, like my face bumped up against hers, so I had a third eyebrow because I accidentally rubbed off. I accidentally rubbed off her eyebrow with my face. You know what it's like to kiss somebody who draw on their eyebrows, who don't put on anything that like secures them to their face, and you go in and you kiss them, and when you come back, they only got one eyebrow now? Like, that is the weirdest thing in the world. I learned to get used to it, though. But yeah, I had to learn how to kiss her correctly, because, you know, if you at certain angles, you wiping off them eyebrows. But it made me think of that, because her eyebrows are really, really thick, and they're really dark, and clearly she's drawing them on. So I wonder if Bobby has had to worry about that. So anyway, during their section, they weren't watching anything. They were looking at their album with his family. His mama asked them, what irritates y'all? They both said nothing because they're both boring. They met with Dr. Jessica and looked at footage, and they played the clip of him telling Browse that he loved her, and all she said was, And, yep, that's pretty much all that's going on with there. Browse said that she's not used to using the word love or using words like that. And I'm just like, well, what kind of word have you been living in? Like, how is it you can't... I mean, I know that love does not only have to be expressed verbally, but who is out here just, like, not using the word love at all? At all, Browse? Browse. At all? I don't believe it. I'm starting to think that Browse might not really like Bobby all that much, but, you know... Only time will tell. So later on in the episode, Browse, meets with his family, and they ask Browse about how she feels about being a mother, and because Bobby's mom and his sister were both stay-at-home moms, because, you know, Bobby has those Southern values, and he believes that the man should be out there bringing home the bacon for the wife, and the wife should be pregnant and barefoot in the kitchen, cooking up a big old pot of stew and gumbo and taking care of them children as they run around the house. But Browse said if she had to be at home without her kids all day, she'd probably shoot herself. But Browse is also going on a trip to Houston, and, you know, Bobby's going to be stuck at the house taking care of all them dogs, all them foster dogs, because, you know, that's his thing. You know, he's just her lap dog, pretty much, is what it seems. you know, before she left, you know, Bobby was like, Browse, I love our time together. I love our mornings together. I love our this. I love our that. And Browse was just like, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. All right, moving on to Danber. They go to the gym, that gym that they had in common, but they go their separate ways. And he goes and works out on the equipment, and Amber is just in there getting her best Prancer size on. Amber is in there hitting those 8 counts. She is 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And she is up there boom boom catting for her life. And she's getting it. She is putting on a performance for her husband. You know, she's throwing that hip. She's throwing the hips. She probably ain't got no rhythm, but you know, hey, she's doing her best. And she's putting on a performance for him. So later, after her Prancer size class is over, I'm looking at the wrong people. Anyway, after her Prancer size class is over and she finishes with her jazz hands, some girl who they don't say who she is, and her friend named Ashley go talk to Dave. And she gets uncomfortable by the fact that he talked to her friend Ashley. Because why? Because Ashley has brown hair. And why does that matter? Because that's Dave's type. And why does it matter to her? Because her hair is naturally brown, but she dyes it blonde over and over and over again. She doesn't know why it makes her feel that way, but she understands that it's stupid, which is, you know, great for all of us. So when they meet with Dr. Jessica and they look over the footage, they watched the conversation where they were talking about dyeing hair, and I felt like that conversation seemed a little bit longer. Yeah, I got an itch. I feel like that conversation seemed like it was a little bit longer. I don't really remember that conversation being that long, because, and y'all can tell me if this happened, I just wasn't paying attention. But she says in the conversation that she feels like she's supposed to have blonde hair, and it's like, boo, you know. I'm not gonna go too much on a tangent, but there's a lot of y'all walking around here thinking that y'all are supposed to have something that you wasn't supposed to have, because newsflash, if you were supposed to have it, you would have been born with it. But you know, I'm not gonna go down that road because that's another video for another time. But boo, if you were supposed to have blonde hair, God would have sprouted blonde hair from your scalp, and he did not. Speaking of scalps, I want somebody to tell Bobby's, and maybe Bobby's dad, or maybe Bobby's brother-in-law or something. I want somebody to tell him to let his hair go, because he has, like, this part back. Now, granted, I'm bald. I understand all my hair follicles don't work, so I can talk about these kind of things because I decided to let mine go. But, like, all of this right here from the forward up is real thin, and then from here back was full. And I want somebody to let him know that ain't what's hot in these streets. Just cut it off. But anyway, back to Danber. They look at the conversation about her having blonde hair, and she says she's supposed to have blonde hair. And her looks made me laugh. Like, I was in the room, like, laughing out loud because, like, she would say stuff about her hair, and she's, like, dead serious when she says this stuff. And he's, like, laughing it off, but she's like, I'm supposed to have brown hair. And she's making these faces, and I'm just like, she almost looks like the Wicked Witch of the West, just a little bit. But, that's not mean, is it? That's not mean, right? Okay, well. But yeah, she looks a little wicked, but it was funny to me. So later on in the episode, they go to a ropes course, like, you know, like jungle gyms for adults. And in order to help them with their trust, they blindfold him, and she has to coach him through the thing. You know, it's a great little activity for the married couples. And, you know, they get through it, and it's great. And then at the end, they decide to go build a dresser that they got from IKEA, and they struggle with it, and we don't know if they ever finished it or not. Who knows? Who cares? That's really all I have for this episode. Am I missing anything? This is season 7, episode 12. I'm pretty sure I didn't even say that, and who cares at this point? Hopefully, the season is coming to a close, you know, maybe about 4 more episodes, and we can just, you know, call it a day. Somebody on Twitter said, you know, this is probably the last season. Apparently it's not. You know, their track record is 4 out of 24 of staying together, and they're in Philly. They're in Philly right now casting or trying to find some other guinea pigs to do this thing on, but whatever. All right, that's all I got for y'all. Make sure y'all remember to like, rate, that's the same thing, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you have a question, you can send it to scatterbrilliancy@yahoo.com. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.